Hey, how's it going, guys? So today I'm going to be making a little video breaking down all of the small little upgrades I've done so far to my 2025 GMC Canyon AT4. I'm also going to be talking about the stuff that I do plan on doing. And if you enjoy, outdoor content, if you enjoy hunting, fishing, camping, stuff like that, consider giving this channel a subscription, because I do plan on making content like that in the coming future, as well as building this truck out a little bit more to fit what it is that I like to do. So let's get started. All right, guys, so the very first thing I did was I purchased these aftermarket floor liners. They're kind of like WeatherTech, but they're about half the price. And what I do like about these is they don't have any badging on them. And they do fit perfectly. They're basically like, if you got them with the truck. I'll link these in the description. They're about, half the price of WeatherTech. They're front, passenger, as well as the back seat. And like I said, they fit perfect. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. Alrighty, guys, so the next thing that I did was I got this custom phone mount from Bullet Mounting Solutions. It is a phone mount it's custom to your truck. They machine these to fit, whatever truck it is you have. This one, it actually screws in to another bracket, and that bracket screws into a little trim piece that you pop out. And it's the best phone mount I've ever had. I mean, it's pricey. I paid like $100, but you're paying what you get, or you're getting what you pay for. This phone, it's super sturdy when it's in, and you don't have to worry about your phone falling out if you're road hunting or going off-roading on the trails. Your phone's not going to go anywhere. You can also mount, I plan on mounting either a dash cam or a GoPro or something like that. And they sell like bigger mounts. You could mount an iPad if you wanted to, stuff like that. So I mean, 10 out of 10 would recommend this. All right, guys, so the next thing I bought, it's kind of silly. I mean, you don't really need it, but it's cool. I like it. It's just a little, you unscrew this and that screw right here, and you pop this little face cover on, and it just adds a little bit of extra storage into the center console. I mean, this is just hollow without this. So, I mean, this little faceplate fits perfectly, and you just get a little extra storage space. I mean, I got my hunting and fishing licenses and stuff in there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, so this next thing I did, this is kind of just because I hated the glossiness of the little plate that covers the, the shift area. It's like super glassy, like glossy plastic. So I actually popped this piece out. It's really easy. You just kind of get the pry tool and you pop around. And I had a can of Hyper Dip. It's kind of like Plasti Dip, and I just sprayed it. Put a few coats on here, and I popped it back. So now it's like has a matte black finish. I actually really like this a lot better than factory. I plan on trying to find the part number for this, specifically for I think it's the Elevation or the AT4X. It has like they have like a digi camo kind of cover. So I'm gonna, because this one you could tell that there's like rubber on it from the Hyper Dip. So I plan on doing that. Just replacing this completely. Yeah. All right, so the last thing I did for the interior was I bought a screen protector for the touchscreen display. It has a matte finish to it. I was honestly just getting annoyed with constantly having to wipe off the fingerprints. And with this, I mean, it just looks a lot cleaner, and it doesn't glare as much. It doesn't have as much of a glare when I'm driving and, you know, it's real sunny out. And yeah, like I said, the fingerprints not always being there is a plus. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to, I've only done like a couple things on the exterior, and then we'll talk about what I do plan on doing. All right, guys, so getting to the exterior, the first thing I did was I got these rock sliders, running boards, whatever you want to call them. They're made by Iron Bison, and they're about 270 bucks on Amazon. So I think it adds a little bit more of an aggressive look to the truck. I think the truck looked pretty silly with nothing on there. So yeah, and it was also the cheapest option that I could find. And I think they look pretty cool. So yeah. All right, guys, so the last thing I did was I hyper dipped the GMC emblems and the Canyon emblems in black. I didn't really like the chrome look. I did also the AT4 badging as well. And then I originally did the sides, but I actually just peeled all that off. I'm gonna have to redo it. And then I also did the front badging as well. I'm gonna end up redoing it all, so if you guys want to see a video of, you know, how I did it, then just let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it for the stuff that I have already done for the truck. I do plan on putting bigger wheels and tires, or not bigger wheels, just bigger tires on the truck for a more aggressive kind of look. The factory, I think it's 265 65s. I think I'm gonna go up to 275 70s because I think that's about as big as you can go without putting a lift in and without rubbing. I do eventually want to put a lift on the truck, but I do use this truck as a daily driver, and I commute like 70 miles a day to work, so I don't want to completely torch the gas mileage. I watched a couple videos of guys, they mount bigger tires and put like a 2-inch lift, and their miles per gallon goes from like 20 to 15. So I'd be filling up like twice a week, so I don't really want to do that yet. But yeah, I do plan on putting bigger tires on the truck. I plan on, there's a couple other things I plan on doing exterior wise. I plan on getting a smart cap. They're just like a little bed cap, because I do plan on doing like a little overland style build, just so I can go camping and stuff like that and film content like that for you guys. What else? I plan on getting a Prinzu roof rack, maybe. I'm not too keen on drilling into my truck that I paid a lot of money for, but at the same time, it looks very appealing to me and it adds a little bit of storage. I think it's the best looking roof rack that they offer, or that you can get for this truck. And I could have my Pelican cases and stuff up there, so just, that extra layer of storage. I plan on getting an aftermarket bumper with a winch and a light bar. I'm kind of in between which one I want to get. There's a company that makes a lot of stuff for this truck called Victory 4x4, and I plan on that's probably the one I'm gonna go with when it comes to the front bumper. My issue is cutting. That makes me a little nervous, cutting a brand new truck, but I've done it before, so I feel like it'll be all right as long as I just keep it on there and take my time doing it. Yeah, there's a couple other things interior wise. That same company, Victory 4x4, they actually make a pretty neat like storage, like for the back seat. The factory one it's just a little plastic piece. You lift up the seat and you just have a very little room, versus like the Victory 4x4 one. It fits in the same mounts, everything. You don't have to do anything extra, and it adds it looks a lot cooler because it has like a little molly skin or molly panel on the front of it, and you can mount certain things like that to it. So yeah, yeah, so I mean, thanks for watching, guys. I do have, like I said, I do plan on doing quite a bit of things to this truck over time. And if you like, you know, watching content like that where it comes to you know, upgrading my truck, and you know, if you enjoy outdoor content, if you enjoy camping content, if you like hunting, if you like fishing, you know, off-road and stuff like that, definitely give me a follow, give me a subscription, because I definitely do plan on posting content like that. So thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.